what's up, Diehards? This is Pete the Diehard from Diehard's Music, and today I'm happy to do an interview with a good friend of, I like to say good friend now, right?
That's exactly right.
Second time we work together. This is Matt, the vocalist from King Parrot. How you doing, Matt?
I'm doing well, man. It's really good to be back in Fresno. It's cool.
Awesome, man. Actually, today is Saturday, April 19th, 2014. At Frank's place, we have the return of King Parrot. And the last time we had him around was March 7th with Cattle Decapitation. And it was up in Star Palace here, part of the same venue. And it was good times then. And, you know, Matt, give us a little bit of, some history on King Parrot, where you guys are from. That's what makes it unique working with you guys, where you're from. Yeah. And just give us a little bio on King Parrot, if you don't mind.
Okay, well, I guess we started probably, mucking around in like 2010. And then I think we sort of had a bit of a break. You know, the time wasn't right for the people in the band at that time. I think 2011, 2012 was when we... 2012 I think when we put the EP out. And that did really well in Australia. It sort of helped put us on the map. And then towards the end of 2012, we put out the album in Australia. And then we just started touring, just non-stop touring. We sent it out to some international labels and stuff like that. We got picked up by Candlelight Records, who were like...
Oh, nice. I know, I've heard of Candlelight.
Yeah. Like one of the legendary extreme metal labels, So nice. We were just like absolutely stoked to get signed by those guys. And, from there, I guess we picked up a few good tours in Australia and supported some cool bands, We played with... I played with Cattle Decapitation over in Australia and Diehard is Murder and Psychroptic. We've supported since then we've supported Obituary, and we've played with Testament. And
nice. I remember Testament. That's when you guys, after the Fresno show.
Yeah. It was just and then so that's sort of all been happening. We who else? We played with Forbidden and Macabre and so. I guess we've just, been sort of able to build ourselves up to the point where it's sort of like a headlining stage in Australia now, and we can do our own tours and our own stuff, which is really cool. And I guess that sort of just left us with, sort of branching out to other countries. It's like, this is like, what we kind of need to do, and we've, done a bit of stuff in Asia, and we're going pretty much straight to Asia when we get back. Doing some stuff in Singapore, and we're playing a big festival in Jakarta with like Hatebreed and Bullet for My Valentine and Morbid Angel and Belphegor and some really big bands over there called Hammer Sonic Festival, which is going to be awesome. I think last year they had like 30,000, so that's going to be it's going to be cool to get over there. And the Indonesian people are really awesome, man. We toured there last year and it was amazing. So
that's cool, man.
Looking forward to it, man.
So you guys are out of Melbourne, Australia?
That's right.
Where you say the base of where you guys are all from?
Exactly, yeah.
What's the scene like over there?
Melbourne is like the capital of metal and rock in Australia, definitely. We've got probably, at any one time, we've probably got somewhere between 10 and 20 venues that we can play in Melbourne. And, we're spoiled for choice as well. And a lot of bands can see that Australia is, a good place to tour now, even though the tours are smaller.
Yeah.
We're getting so many international bands coming out now. It's like awesome. We're at least one or two a week. There's some sort of international thing going on, and I would say in Melbourne, there's probably at least 10 metal shows on any given weekend at least. So it's a good scene, man. And
that's awesome, man.
And Sydney is good too, and Brisbane's really good. We travelled up to Brisbane 10 times last year, which is. It's probably kind of like going from, LA to Seattle,
Okay.
So we do that run
trip.
Yeah, we do that we fly, but.
Well, I mean, come on, you got Parrot in the band name, dude.
Yeah, that's the only way we travel.
cheesy joke. It's been a long night. So I want to bring this up because we've seen the footage online. You guys did the Soundwave Festival, right?
Yeah, we did.
Here in Australia. Tell us about the incident with Phil Anselmo from former Pantera, of course, and then Down, Super Joint Ritual. Tell us a little bit about how that connection went there, because it seems like he kind of just was a fan of you guys. It was pretty awesome.
Yeah, it feels like, I don't know, we've been in touch a bit and on the email and stuff, and he's digs the band, and I think obviously he's like a big horror movie fan and all that sort of stuff too. So, you know, and he's been cool to us, you know, like really cool, and his wife Kate, you know, amazing people, and they came. We saw them in down when we were in Louisiana, and went and hung out with them down there.
And you guys had an interview up there on YouTube, and I seen that. I was watching it.
Yeah.
And I was like, how cool is that? So I'm a big Pantera fan.
You and me both.
And I followed down. You know, and of course, Super Joint Ritual by him, and now he's got Phil Anselmo and the Illegals.
Yeah.
You know, and I mean, I haven't seen him since the Pantera days, which I need to get out there and catch him again. But I mean, just to see that as one of my heroes. Yeah. And to see him up there, I'm like, how cool is that? You guys got to meet him, man. That's cool.
Yeah, it's cool, man.
So cool.
It's really cool, you know. It's like, you know, I grew up with all that stuff as well, you know, in Australia. And, you know, I think I grew up watching Vulgar Video like every single day after I got home from high school, you know. I'd be like straight home, putting that thing on and just going, jam, I want to do that one day, you know. And,
well, here you are, man.
Yeah, that's awesome, it, man. We're giving it a crack and having a go at it. And you know, so far so good here in the States. You know, this tour has been really good for us in terms of like just getting ourselves on the map. You know, and you know, having people like Phil like even take the time to give a shit about us. You know, it's amazing. You know,
but that's him, dude. As you can kind of see, right? I don't know if I'm right, but I from what I see from him, he looks like he's just that. As he's matured and he's gotten older, like that, he's just like a very humble pie guy.
Absolutely.
You know, and he's about the metal and the music and the scene, and it's just awesome. Like I said, he's a hero of mine.
Yeah,
you know, I'm a big fan of him, so I mean, it's just...
Yeah, I mean, he's got an extensive knowledge of metal, you know, like, you could talk to him, and we did, you know, we just talked to him all day about all sorts of stuff, you know, and it's great, you know, and, you know, we've been really lucky to have some cool people behind us, you know, and, you know, we had Dan Lilka from, you know, like Anthrax, Brutal Truth, Nuclear Assault. One of his bands supported us when we were up in Rochester, and you know, we had like Chuck Billy came out and saw us in San Francisco the other night, which was really cool. So we've had some like high profile dudes coming to check us out, which I don't know where that's come from, but you know, we're very grateful, you know.
What it is too, dude, is the work that you guys are putting in, probably without even realize how busy you are.
Yeah.
That what you reap is, you know, you reap what you sow.
Yeah.
And you guys are doing that. And that brings me to my next question with you is, any advice for bands out there? Because we deal with a lot of bands locally.
Sure.
And there's a lot of bands we can't book because the scene just isn't where it needs to be for us sometimes, as far as its strength.
Yep.
And we're, on our end through Diehard's music, we're trying our hardest to try to pump some blood back into the scene through our end.
Yep.
You know, whatever anybody else is doing in the scene and in the city and the Central Valley around here, it's all great as long as everybody can keep pumping something back into it. Keeping the blood flowing and keep the life going into the metal community. You know what I mean? So what I'm trying to get to as far as my question is, any advice that you have, because a lot of bands think that it's hard to do things, but again, we look at a band like you coming through from Australia.
Yep.
And since March 7th, when you guys were just last here, till currently, which is about, what, 6 weeks?
Yeah.
You guys have just killed it. You guys have done a lot of stuff. You guys have built your resume very nice. You've met a lot of great people in the industry.
Yeah.
Like, what is the advice you have on a band that's trying to reach that status, or any encouragement to them, or anything that they should be learning or doing or knowing? Because a lot of them are baffled by it. Like they don't see that there's a bigger picture out there if they work for it.
Yeah. Oh, look, man, I understand that too, you know. I mean, it baffled me for years as well, you know, and it still does to a certain degree, you know. Like, but, you know, I guess the thing is it's a lot about work ethic, in my opinion, you know. It's like, I guess the days of CD sales and all that sort of shit is over, you know. It's like, you can't just sit there and record stuff and then, like, you know, hope that some label's going to pick it up or whatever. You need to be out there working hard, you know, and touring non-stop and getting your show and entertaining people and interacting with people as well, you know. And I think, you know, throwing the ego thing out the window is probably a good idea as well, because no one can be bothered with that sort of shit, you know.
Yeah, I can agree with you on that big time. It's just, at the end of the day, man, the ego thing, or the thinking that you're bigger than what you think you are in a sense. And some bands may not like that term, but at the end of the day, like, even what we do, we're not on a big level, but if we were, it's only because we would work to get there.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly.
And it goes same thing with a band.
Yeah.
You know, and it's not about ego. It's about what are you doing? Are you helping everybody out that's surrounding you? Like
Exactly.
Like, you know, you guys, I'm sure you've helped, or you will help, and you probably have helped and worked with other people to help get them, you know, maybe up and going with you if you see the work ethic, right?
Exactly, man, and it's the same thing like we were just talking about with, you know, like, you know, Phil and Chuck Billy and all those guys, you know, and Dan Luca, and, you know, they've all done that stuff, and they're like, you know, obviously a little bit older than what I am or whatever, but, you know, I still try and help out all the guys in the Melbourne scene as much as I possibly can if they ask me for it, or, you know, and I think even, you know, where we're at, which is, you know, we're like, I don't even know where we're at the moment, but we've just done our first tour in the States, and it's been awesome. And you know, like I want to try and say thank you and give them a hug or whatever, or have a chat with every person that comes along if they want to have a chat. You know, they might not want to, but if they want to, like I'm gonna stay right till the end, you know, and talk to everyone. And you know, if they want me to sign whatever or whatever, I'm happy to do that as well. So
you're approachable, man, and that's what's good, and that's. In other words, you're very appreciative to what you have already happening for you guys, and you can tell.
Yeah.
And that was our reason to have you guys back in Fresno, man. Is that we loved working with you the first time.
Yeah.
Cattle Decap, they were great guys.
Yeah.
And then we met you guys from them.
Yeah.
And meeting you guys from them, you know, Brent, stage manager right now, another promoter here in town. You know, he was suggesting that we book you guys again.
Yeah.
Before you hit San Diego with Cattle Decap. I think tomorrow's your last run in US, right?
That's the last show tomorrow in San Diego. Yeah.
So we're very proud about this.
Yeah, we
gave you the first US show.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's like
I mean, I'm all like a little kid smiling about it because when you stepped on, you know, the US soil and you did your first venue, we gave you that first one.
It's amazing, man. It's like it's actually quite surreal being back in the same room that we were here where it all started, you know, 6 weeks ago or whatever. So it's actually pretty cool, man.
And that's what we wanted to do is like, you know, when Brent suggested it was his idea.
Yeah.
I didn't catch you guys on the tour because I'm always looking at who's on tour, who can we try to get, who can we book, what good can we run through Fresno to kind of, you know, keep the scene moving when we're looking for names ourselves. And when Brent found you guys on your schedule and we inquired, you know, with the agent and so forth, we were like, we're going to be able to snatch them up one more time before they take off.
Yeah, we had a couple of little days there.
Yeah, like how cool is that, man? Like, you know, we got the first one and we got almost the last one.
Yeah,
If it wasn't for San Diego tomorrow. But I mean, we were stoked to have you guys back, man. And
that's great.
And, you know, pretty much, man, I thank you for your time, man. And
thank you, man.
We appreciate you guys' presence here tonight in Fresno again. And where can we find you? Got some stuff there we can show these guys. We'll find it out on social media.
Yeah. I mean, you can find us on Facebook and all that sort of stuff. King Parrot Band, and you know, we got some. This is what we got left. We got some 7-inch records left. It's a split 7-inch that we did with another Australian band called Frankenbach, and go for it. And you know, we got some patches, stuff like that.
Well. This is what they got now. They got some shirts left, but when they first came, they had a bunch of stuff. They had a bunch of merch. I remember you hauling the boxes up here. Well, the cool thing was too is you see the singer in the band, like any other guy in the band doing his job, you know, that needs to do his job. And you were in there loading up boxes, running the merch. I mean, it was awesome, dude. When we see that, it's just awesome to see that you guys are working hard.
Yeah.
And good things are coming back to you.
Yeah.
So, you know, we wish you guys, you know, all the best, dude. We want to get you guys, you know, back here again when you come back through.
Yeah, sure, man. And, we're currently trying to work on getting back as soon as we can. I mean, we got some visas and stuff like that, so hold us out to the end of the year. So we want to come back and spend as much time in the States as possible. And you know, we'd love to work with you guys again, of course.
Yeah, we'll get you guys back down again, even if it's next year, man.
Yeah, we'll sort
hopefully we're making some more progress too, and you know, make another killer show. And you guys can find King Parrot on Facebook /King Parrot. Is it kingparrot.com too?
We don't have a website. It's just on the Facebook, King Parrot Band, and you know, you can get the links to all our
links
stores.
To all the merch
you can
in the store and everything.
Get the CDs. You can check out the Candlelight Records website. Buy our CD from there as well if you're in the States, and we have a US web store through Indie Merch as well.
Sweet, man. And again, this is you know, an honor to have an Australian metal band here in Fresno. So we thank you again, Matt.
No worries, brother.
Thank you, brother.
Much appreciated, man. Thank you.
This is Pete from Diehard's Music signing off. Thank you.